What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. This one we are bringing to you the D105 college football mod for Madden 20. I want to start out by thanking these guys because they put in a tremendous amount of work into this. They included what was originally going to be 105 teams, but they ended up giving us a bonus 2 as well. So that is 107 teams that they have included in this mod, and it is absolutely incredible to put together over 214 uniforms, because they have a home, an away, and they have a ton of alternates for many of these schools. Not all, but many. So probably even over 250, 275 uniforms. They put together 107 rosters. I mean, that takes a ton of time when you think that each of these rosters, you know, have somewhere around probably 60 players, because they do more than the 53 man roster to try and make it as authentic as possible, so that way you can choose through that college's players. But I mean, it's just absolutely incredible what they've done. If I haven't said it already, I'm going to be putting their Twitter link in the description, so check them out. And if you guys have Madden 20 for the PC, really make sure to check this out, because you can have a lot of fun getting to play college football. I mean, you can just tell through some of this gameplay and the jerseys being shown on the left. It's just so much fun to play. I am honestly playing this mod more than I play the game regularly. I mean, it feels really good to have college football back in a video game that is up to date uniforms, up to date rosters. I mean, it is just it feels so good. I can't put it into words. I mean, we've been 6 years now without what was supposed to be the next NCAA football video game. That's a long time when you think about it. I mean, for how long those have been coming out year after year after year, for that to just suddenly stop and go 6 years without any further movement in regards to that, it feels really good that the community finally got together and was able to put together this mod. And I mean, I hope the gameplay speaks for itself. It looks fantastic. I mean, it's not clunky. They really paid attention to detail. They got the patches. They want the field to look absolutely tremendous, and you know what? It all does. I mean, I can't thank these guys enough for going through all that trouble. I mean, I can't even imagine the amount of time that had to be put into getting all this detail into one package, and I mean, that is just incredible. So with that being said, we're going to take this opportunity and we're going to put ourselves together an 80-team tournament to find out which team truly is the best for this NCAA football mod. So without further ado, let's get ourselves into the bracket now. And here we have the bracket for this year's NCAA football mod. Now, this is a lot of teams, so it is really hard to see how it is. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to start out with the best in the East. Now, there are going to be 4 playing games for every region in this tournament. So to start out, we're going to have Buffalo and Boston College, Marshall and Toledo, Utah State and West Virginia, Illinois and Duke. They will be trying to get into the final 64 teams that will make up this entire tournament. Clemson gets their number 1 seed. Then we got Central Florida and Tennessee, Appalachian State and Pitt. Got Alabama awaiting a play-in game, Virginia and Louisiana Tech. Penn State comes in with a number 3 seed. Air Force and Virginia Tech. then followed by Georgia with the number 2 seed. The road in the East is going to be a very interesting one, as the Sweet 16 could potentially give us Clemson versus Alabama Part 4, as well as Georgia versus Penn State, with both teams trying to break through that ceiling to move into that upper bracket of teams competing for the national championship. Moving on down to the best in the West, we got the Western region leading number 1 team Oklahoma Sooners, awaiting either Washington State or Missouri. Then we got Washington and Southern Methodist, Boise State and Cal, Iowa awaiting the winner of BYU and Purdue. Got Navy and Iowa State. We have Utah awaiting the winner of the playing game between Wyoming and Nevada. We have Kansas State and San Diego State. Coming in with the number 2 seed is Oregon, awaiting the winner of the Mississippi State versus Nebraska matchup. In the Western region, you can see we've got potential matchups between Iowa and Purdue as conference foes, bringing back some old yearly games that used to be played between Missouri and Oklahoma back when Missouri was in the Big 12. Navy's making the trip all the way out west. That just kind of how it panned out. Nonetheless, this is going to be a pretty strong side of the bracket. Moving over to the Southern region, we can see that LSU comes in with the number 1 seed, awaiting to play the winner of Miami versus Southern Miss. Then we got Florida Atlantic, IU. We have Memphis and Hawaii. We got Michigan coming in with the number 4 seed, awaiting the play-in game between Tulane and Texas Tech. We have the Trojans of USC going up against the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Coming in with the number 3 seed, we have the Florida Gators awaiting the play-in between TCU and Syracuse. Coming in with the number 2 seed, we have the Baylor Bears awaiting the play-in game between Florida State and Ole Miss. On the other portion, we have Texas A&M, Arizona State. The big thing coming out of this bracket is how far can LSU go, and can Memphis find their way to make a run through the South? Moving on to the Midwest, you can see we have number 1, Ohio State, awaiting the winner of the Miami versus Colorado game. Moving down the bracket, we have the Texas Longhorns facing the Kentucky Wildcats. Making a big step up to number 5 this year, we have Minnesota taking on Temple. Notre Dame finds their place in the bracket with the number 4 seed in the Midwest, awaiting the play-in game between Central Michigan and South Carolina. Moving on, we have the matchup between Cincy and Wake Forest. For a play-in game, we have Michigan State facing off against Ohio for the rights to face number 3 Auburn in the first round of the tournament. Moving on, we have Oklahoma State getting ready to face Louisville. And coming in with the number 2 seed in the Midwestern side of the bracket, we have the Wisconsin Badgers awaiting the play-in game between Oregon State and Western Michigan. The games to really keep an eye on come down towards second round in Sweet 16, where we have Minnesota going up against Notre Dame potentially, and then potentially having to battle the Ohio State Buckeyes. And then the potential matchup down the road of Auburn versus Wisconsin. 2 powerhouse blue blood programs. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and check out all the links down below, including my Twitch channel. Thanks, and bye.